Hey, Brit Kolo here, and I'm here today with another Deep Dive Diary entry. So, the Deep Dive Diaries, what is that? It's a series of articles, videos, and podcast episodes displaying the true power that happens within a deep dive session. As you might have guessed from the name, within these sessions, we go deep. We dive into the core of who you are and work our way back up to the surface to align your marketing strategy with your core. Now, as I've been completing more and more of these sessions, I myself continue to be encouraged and empowered by the aha moments that happen within them. Time after time, my deep dive clients walk away feeling validated in who they are and more prepared to show up for their business in an authentic way, which in turn magnetizes them. Their potential clients are naturally attracted to that energy. So in this entry of the Deep Dive Diaries, I'd love for you to meet Chris Emmer of Sweaty Wisdom. Do you know this girl? Chris is a designer and strategist, a savvy, soulful female entrepreneur who knows her way around online business, always making it attractive to the eye and geared for success. She's been hustling her heart out for her clients and straight up killing it on Instagram for a few years, to the point where literally anytime someone has a question about Instagram, I automatically respond with Chris Emmer at Sweaty Wisdom. For the love of all that's good, just go follow her. Like, she's just my go-to. And now, at this time in Chris's business, she's focusing on streamlining her systems and outsourcing pieces of her process to give her more time back while still serving those clients she loves so much, as well as developing ways to coach clients one-on-one. And that's really what she wanted to figure out, how to market those one-on-one coaching opportunities. So Chris and I first met a few months ago on a short 90-minute mastermind call back in January. We were brought together yet again by Sarah Christensen of Kick-Ass Masterminds, and I was quickly drawn in by Chris's savvy advice on that call. So I began following her on Instagram. And it did not take long for me to realize that this girl really knows what's going on in online marketing. And she's just a super cool human, like really soulful, someone I could really get along with. So we emailed a few times back and forth following our mastermind call. And then through a series of Instagram stories and posts, we realized that we were basically the same person. No joke. Chris and I are so cut from the same cloth. And it continues to blow my mind how in sync we are, being that we're from two totally different parts of the US and we've never met each other in real life, but we just get each other. So when I reached out to Chris asking if she would find value in a deep dive session, she jumped on the opportunity. So let me tell you about what went down in her session. So as you may already know, prior to every deep dive, I send a questionnaire for the client to complete before the session. This questionnaire asks open-ended questions about how the client naturally shows up in their life based on 5 key pillars. Number 1, their personality type according to the 16 personalities framework. Number 2, how they spend their time. Number 3, who influences them regularly. Number 4, moments in time they remember fondly. And number 5, what motivates them. As soon as we connected for our deep dive session, Chris and I dove right into her answers to the questionnaire. We reviewed her answers openly, and I asked a few more clarifying questions to both get to know the real Chris better and for Chris to get connected to her true self. Overall, here's the thing. Chris is a free spirit with a hunger for new and exciting adventures and challenges. She loves following her creativity and having variety and change in her work. Doing the same thing day after day would just not work for this girl. It just wouldn't. There's just no way. Now, going deeper, we found another facet to Chris that was a unique contrast to her free-spiritedness. She has a deep appreciation for open conversation, friendship, and relationship. So As she expresses her creativity and taking on the next big challenge, she stays connected to those around her, always considering how she can better serve and deepen the relationships that she has. So as we moved farther into the deep dive with Chris, I had her pinpoint 5 core words that best described what she naturally upheld in her life. Not surprisingly, she found these 5 words to be at the core of who she is: freedom, excitement, openness, spirituality, and close relationships. Okay, so now that we both knew Chris a little bit better at this point, I began formulating a marketing strategy that would best utilize these natural core parts of her. First, I could decipher that Chris is uniquely prepared to incorporate live events and workshops into her strategy based on her personality type. She's also exceptionally poised to create community around a specific mission. Now, pairing these two things together, she could be both the expert and the host of this live event, which would put her in perfect position to show off her magnetic qualities of excited for life go-getter and spiritual friendly mama bear. Okay. Next, I showed Chris the opportunity she has to go deeper with her brand and grow closer with her audience. See, her excitement for life draws people in, and then her willingness and skill to develop real friendship with her audience members can keep them there and make them want a closer connection with her. Now, here's where the aha moment came in. All right. So, as I connected those dots for Chris, she realized that she had the permission and skill to go deeper with her audience, sharing with them not just surface level online marketing tactics and Instagram stuff, but deeper level topics relating to spirituality, openness, and mindset. And that's where her close relationship comes from. The unique blend of savvy and soulful. Now she can lean into those soulful topics a little bit more, knowing it will attract the right people already within her audience to her coaching services. Because remember, that's what she wanted in the beginning. And for Chris, knowing all we now know about her, it's going to feel really good to open this deeper level of conversation up with those who are craving it too, her best and most ideal coaching clients. So here's the action plan. After we connected all those dots, I could see Chris was absolutely buzzing with ideas and validation in her truest self. So to take this positive energy and channel it into the best next steps, I outlined this plan for her. It was twofold. Number one, I told her, consider how you might host a live event, showing up as both the expert and the host. And in this atmosphere, you will be given an opportunity to share your expertise, and the people will come to you for answers to their tactical problems. You'll also be able to offer a safe and warm environment for your audience members to feel supported by the greater community around them, seeking friendship and camaraderie with those to their left and to their right. Very cool. That I feel like that really resonated with her. And my second step in the action plan, I told her, within the most trusted circles of your audience right now, go deeper into the topics you're hungry to talk about more. Spirituality, openness, mindset. You already do this within one-on-one conversations. Remember, that's what drew me into her, not initially, but that second level, just within my one-on-one conversations with her. So I told her, extend this energy to your loyal email list subscribers, and even to those who attend your intimate live events. Cool. Okay. So some final thoughts on Chris's deep dive. She now has the validation and permission she needs to put live events into play and make the subtle yet meaningful shift toward deeper topics and relationships while feeling good in the process. Okay. Now, I don't know about you, but doesn't that make you want to know this girl even more? So I want you to go experience this savvy, soulful Chris at sweatywisdom.com and on Instagram at sweatywisdom. Those will be linked down here below this video and within the blog post. And here's what Chris had to say about her deep dive experience. I quote her within this. This is what she said. Brit's deep dive session was the perfect blend of high-level ideation and practical, hands-on action plan creation. I love those words. She addresses all aspects of your life and unique personality traits and makes smart, intentional marketing suggestions customized to you. Brit opened my eyes to some big opportunities I hadn't even considered before our chat. I highly recommend Brit's Deep Dive for anyone looking to get truly strategic with their messaging. That was all said by Chris. Thank you. Oh, Chris, you know I love you. I so much appreciate you and everything that you do, and I very much appreciate those kind words and recommendation. Okay, so that's my deep dive entry for Chris Emmer's deep dive. So finally, let's deep dive. You and me, all right? I want you to experience aha moments and breakthroughs like Chris has. So I want you to go to marketingthatfeelsgood.com to schedule your deep dive session. And I can't wait to dive into this work with you. Talk to you soon.